Amik said, ready. Amik said, ready.
I go over there. Oh, what is it? Oh! No feet stuff. Uh-oh. Let me check on stream because
it's not working.
Oh.
Can you guys hear me now? Please. Oh, I'm so mad. Yeah.
Stream hiccups be stream hiccups.
Yes, I can. Okay, now everyone can hear me. Oh, I'm sorry if that was loud. I'm sorry. Can't really control it. Anyway, my introduction was ruined because of that. So, you're all probably wondering, why are my hands out? What is this house doing here? Where's my awesome background from my... Thank you, Nightcrawler. I see it. I have water. God. Okay. Anyway, let me do my introduction again. So, if you have not read my,
Hello, Mario.
Hello, Mario. If you did not read the stream title, we're gonna be painting. A little fun fact about me. I love painting. I'm a bit of a crafty person, actually. And I can actually show you some of the creations I made with this funny little slideshow. And that is horrifying. I hate that as the first thing that you all see. Where... Okay, that should be it. Okay, here we go. This is a little slideshow I put together of all the, crafty stuff I've done in the recent of my time. I'm a very crafty person, and, I like to make stuff, and recently I have not had that drive to, like, make anything. And, I thought, because I have a giant pile, I legit have a giant pile of stuff to, like, make crafts out of. I'm not joking when I say that. So I kind of thought, why not kill two birds with one stone, and stream me making my stuff, which this is examples of stuff that I made in the past, and, like, recently, and as well as in high school. I would say crafting is kind of a big part of me. I like to, make stuff. I like to create things from odd objects and whatnot. I like to paint. I really do, as you can see from a lot of these images. I hope you guys think my painting skills are at least adequate. But, oh, it's a fake breakfast I once made. Because I thought it'd be funny to make a fake breakfast out of, clay. I had a lot of clay left over, so I was like, yes, this is good. And there's some fake spaghetti I made out of yarn and felt. Crusoe paint commissions when, here's the thing. When I was younger, I've always thought about doing painting commissions, but, I guess I just, never done them. Also, thank you, Maria. That's some cool stuff. Thank you. These are a lot of the things I made over the time. A lot of them have purposes, like, just... That's Excalibur, my long Furby, my prize...
Oh, no,
my prize creation.
Monstrosity.
I had to, because he was, like, a prize creation I've ever made. But I do a lot of crafting, but as of recently, with this upcoming year of 2022, I've not really had the chance to, like, do so. And this is a kind of example of what we're going to be doing with these house designs I have here. Now, I have a lot of these houses that, like, you've seen it. You can see it right now in front of you. That's both the bunny and the clay face I've done. Those are two things I've done together. May the long furry bless your life. He has, don't worry. Gee, those long nightmares. There's some abstract paintings I decided to mess with like a plastic knife. I kind of like them. I decided to keep them. Let me grab some colors real quick. Okay. Yeah. Is this full? Yes, it is full. I believe this is also full. I need you. I think these are the colors I need. Okay. So, yeah. I'm gonna be painting. It's gonna be fun, and we're gonna be chatting while I'm painting. By the way, those who are curious, that's a painting of Severus Snape I did for a high school project. Those are some Pokemon cards I painted, which I will be continuing on Twitch. I'll be painting a lot of Pokemon cards in the future. Don't worry, I have a lot of extras, that's why I'm painting them. I'm not gonna paint any, like, really rare ones, so don't you worry about that. Now, in the stream title, I said I have a little surprise, which I will show later in the stream. So if you're curious about the surprise I have, stick around, because I'm not showing it early in the stream. So, yeah, we're gonna be painting. Face reveal? Not for the long run. Not for a long while. I'm not gonna do a face reveal. I also love to paint too and make clay figures and my favorite characters. Oh, that's so cute! I want to get more into clay stuff, but I just haven't had the opportunity to. But yeah, you're not getting a face reveal in a long while. Not until I feel comfortable. And today is definitely not that day where I feel comfortable. But, no, it's a different surprise. But again, I'm not
do a face reveal, but then it's just like you. It's just like a picture of you as like, not even wait. It's not even a picture of you. It's just a picture of some random baby off. It's the Gerber baby. That's it. It's just the Gerber baby.
Yeah,
That's your face.
yeah, guys, I'm the Gerber baby from Gerber Life.
Yeah, exactly. There we go.
But no, the surprise actually involves you guys. It involves all of you guys. So, if you want to see the surprise, you gotta stick around. Which, I'm gonna change my window. Okay, I'm gonna stop the light. I'm gonna stop that. Now, we have this little house that we're going to be painting. This one right here. So, this actually gives me the opportunity to talk to you guys more, because I know when I game, I don't really have the chance to, because I can't buy merchandise, so I make my own, damn it. Face reveal, but just compressed JPEG of the Kurusu face taped to your head.
It's not even. It's a face reveal, but it's so fucking compressed that you can't even make out anything.
Oh my god. But, let me switch, let's see your properties.
Or like a slow face reveal where every stream you reveal like 1 pixel of a picture.
Okay, there's my fire alpaca. I'm trying to switch my thing over so you guys... God... My computer's been a bit whack.
But I'm tight as fuck, so don't worry.
There we go. So this is the reference we'll be using. I kind of did a quick mock-up as to what design we're going to be going with the house. So little thing. I have 6 of these houses, so this is going to be like a whole series where I'm going to be painting... Actually, now that I realize, I forgot to grab something. Hold on, I have to go grab my hairdryer. Hold on a minute, I'm so silly.
Make a run for it, chat. Make a run for it. She's gonna do our hair. Run!
No, I'm not doing your hair. I'm doing... So, I need the hairdryer so I can speed up the paint process. Anyway, let me explain. I have 6 of these houses. 6 of, like, the same one of, like, this, and 6 of, like, no. 3 of this house and 3 of a different type of house. And I thought it'd be fun to, make a rainbow out of these houses for when I move. Because later this year I am planning on moving and getting a new studio room. Because my current room is not exactly ideal for my situation. So I thought it'd be fun to make some wall art for when I move. And this is the concept I came up with for the first house. And actually, gay house? More like gay houses. So I'm gonna, I'm not gonna do it on camera, but I'm gonna mix up my paints together. There we go. Drive fast, like really fast. Where'd you get those houses? I bought the houses from the dollar store, actually. There was in the toy section. There was like a small section in my in the toy aisle where they had nothing but these little houses, and I thought they were like really cute. And if you saw in the slideshow, I actually painted 2 of these houses before. One of them was actually based off a house in my neighborhood. It's actually a yellow, and I thought it'd be fun. Tim slowly becoming Tom Nook. Alright, I'm currently trying to dabble up all the paints we'll need for this house. I do have my paintbrushes with me. So the gray is kind of like a more bluish gray. I kind of gotta conjure that up. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna tax you. I'm gonna make you pay up. Y'all been following. If you follow me, you gotta pay your taxes. If you don't have taxes, well, don't worry, I'll give you some. I'll give you some taxes to pay. Bob Ross featuring Timothy Crusoe house painter. I actually really like painting these little tiny houses. I found myself really enjoying them, and they're just really fun to, like, make. By the way, guys, I'm currently on the road of trying to hit 300 followers. So, fun little thing, I had a bet. No, it's not much of a bet. I had a conversation in stream where apparently, my goal is to try to hit 300 followers before the end of the year. But apparently I've been told that I could probably hit 500 followers. I don't think it's very ideal. Like, I don't think it's very, possible, but I shrug. I don't know, maybe I could be wrong. Alright, so I need the blue. Oh, that's too much blue. Oops. I mean, for 400, really, realistically. Yeah, 400 seems like a good number for, like, the year. Definitely. I agree with that. If I get 400 by the end of the year, I don't know, what do you guys want? Besides a face reveal. Or a docs reveal. Actually, you know what?
No feet. No feet.
Actually, you know what? I will say this right now, live on stream. This is basically, like, my contract. If we manage to hit 400 followers by the end of the year, in the new year, I will start Tim merch. Which means possible Tim plush. So, if you want, I want to see you mixing the paint. Clip this, clip this.
Clip it.
Alright, hold on, I can switch to my camera.
Greetings and salutations.
Oh,
My
God.
voice has been stolen and replaced with a robotic substitute. Why is it British? I do not know.
Well, it was a partial face reveal. You didn't really see it entirely. So, but yeah, if I'm not gonna show my face. It's okay, Maria. I didn't actually plan that. I didn't expect that to happen. You're fine. I'm not blaming you. But yes, if we manage to hit 400 followers before the end of the year, I will plan out Tim plush, which I know a lot of people have been asking me about. All right, let me move my paints over because I basically got what I wanted. Okay, there we go. So yeah, that's kind of like the goal for you know, that's kind of the goal right now, to get me to 400 subs before the end of the year ends. So share my Twitch around and let's see if we can hit you know, 400 by the end of the year. See, now the compressed JPEG taped to your face is a viable option. Alright, so we're gonna start painting, and I'm actually gonna have the ref up as I start, so the roof is going to be red. Hopefully you guys can see. I'm trying really hard.
Kamek said, Road to 400. I want to see you all promoting.
That might be a little There we go. There we go. Yeah, well, oh yeah, Cosmic's now a robot, by the way, guys. She can't always speak on the, funny Twitch, but she always wants to be around, so... Only option is that she can talk through a new speech bot that we found.
Tim stole my voice for a bit.
Tim
Yeah.
won't give it back.
Yeah, I'm like Ursula. I, kind of shoved her voice in a seashell because I thought it'd be funny. Okay, so there's, like, these sides to, like, the house. I think I might also paint that red. Let me look at the
She
reference.
gave me British robot voice.
I did do that, I did. Alright, so we're gonna just be painting. And while we're painting, we're gonna be talking. I hope everyone's having a wonderful Friday today.
A true Disney moment.
I know this is probably something not many of y'all were expecting, you know, me painting for a live stream. You know, because, like, how many people actually, like, paint on live stream? Like, is it, like, more common? Is that a common thing, like, for people to paint on live stream? A few? Okay. I don't see many people paint on live stream. More than you think? Okay. So... Yeah, we're gonna be yeah, but like, I mean, I bet not many of you have seen someone live stream painting a house, a tiny house, but that never happened, huh? Aren't you guys lucky? Don't you guys feel lucky right
It's
now?
mostly games and digital or traditional art streams depending on the stream.
Well, okay, well, I mean, like, actually painting, like this. Who's using text-to-speech? Cosmic. Cosmic is, because, she currently can't speak, but she wants to be a part of the stream, so
Hello.
we came up with a... became a little solution.
Funny solution.
This is the first time I actually watched, like, ever, so I don't know, this seems cool. Oh, well, this is the first stream. Hello, Yellow Goat _ Or is it Yellow? Yellow.
I had to trade my voice rights to be here.
It's so nice to have you here, Yellow Goat. If this is the first stream you ever encountered, welcome. I personally welcome you. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Yeah, guys, but, like, yeah, I bet many of you have never seen a streamer paint a tiny house before. Trust me, it only gets weirder from here, folks. Gets real weird. Trust me, it will get really weird. And when I say really weird, I mean really weird. I have something to watch while I
It's
draw
calming
stuff.
to watch.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy my little brush strokes I'm doing.
Brush me.
Brush me! Anyone here know about
Take
Tattletale?
notes, kiddos.
Little thing for all you artist people. You don't gotta be good at painting just to paint. Sometimes sometimes you could just slap on some paint onto whatever you want and bada boom bada bing. Jokes aside, Tim is wonderful. Aww. Fuzzy blue chihuahua. Why does everyone call me a chihuahua?
Yes. Tim is wonderful. She is baby. Change my mind.
Cosmic, I might have to revoke your speaking rights again if you keep talking like that.
Timothy,
What?
Never.
is that the sound of self-deprecation I hear on stream?
No. It's not.
Does your mom need to come and punish you?
Which mom?
What do you mean, which mom?
I don't want my real mom.
But you're okay with me punishing you?
Yeah. So this is how the roof's turning out, guys. I think it looks really good so far. That's like, I'm actually happy how the roof's turning out. All right, so we also got to paint this arch thing red. If I remember, let me look at the reference. Yep, the arch is also red. So we got to paint that arch. How's everyone doing today? How's everyone doing on this lovely Friday that is today? I hope people actually are, like, I hope that people
I'm
actually...
doing fantastic.
I'm so glad to hear that, Soph.
Kamek said, I exist.
You do exist, and we're happy that you exist. I realized my hand is, like, covering up awkwardly. And I actually got, some paint on, like, the felt of the camera legs. I will say this right now, I didn't really think this whole stream through. I just kind of thought, whip out camera, start painting, because funny. I hope people are actually, you're doing great, vibing. That's good to hear. I'm glad.
Honk honk.
When you finish the house, does Key make minifigures so they live in? Here's the thing. I actually have some tiny little, not figurines, but tiny people. They're not real people. I don't collect tiny people. They're like tiny little, how do I word this?
Tiny Tim Wen.
Mini Caruso
God
figures.
damn it, Tiny Tim.
I've been researching a lot into like market stuff, and I have looked.
Can she get any tinier?
The world may never know.
Anyway, I have looked into like marketing stuff, and I've seen like how people make like vinyl figures and like sell them. I think the vinyl figures might come a long way maybe after the plush. Cause like I do know for a fact I want to do a Tim Caruso plush and a Tech plush. Because Tech is also very important.
I need to test my shrink ray anyways.
Oh my god. I mean, if minifigures is something that everyone like would like, I could probably do more research into that if you guys want. But again, I won't be doing any real things and merch stuff until we hit 400. So, you guys know what to do. Right now we're at 239 followers. Which, by the way, I did see we have a new follower, which is Ellie Lovely Doll. Thank you for the follow.
I want the army to rise at dawn and start promoting.
We're 2/5 away to 300. We are actually, and I'm kind of surprised that we're so close to 300. You know, I didn't really think I'd get this far into like streaming. Actually, I kind of just thought like, hee, I'm gonna stream, and then like actually,
Give me something to do.
I was like, hee, I'm gonna stream, and then like actual people came to my house and like, hey, we like your stuff. I'm like, huh? What? Okay, I'm actually gonna lower that so you guys can see. I'm hoping that we can hit the goal because I would love to like invest into getting Tim plushies happening. I've always wanted to get Tim plushies a thing, so let's go. Shout out to Tim, to your siblings, your parents, your teachers, professors, the mailman, your local McDonald's employee. Well, I don't know about the last few. I don't know if teachers, Jesus. Could you imagine if like one of my old teachers started watching my streams?
What if that art teacher that hated you?
Oh, okay. I don't know if I ever said this story, but does anyone want to hear a funny story? Would anyone like to hear a funny story that I have about a really bad art teacher? Well, yeah, you have a very kind and funny personality, so I can see why you're so liked with streaming stuff. Aww! Thank you, Yellow Go. You're so sweet. Tell me. Do tell me. Okay. So, a little background first. Back when I just graduated middle school, so I believe I was, just turning 14. I was just turning 14. So I was moving, and I need to go to a new school, right? That seems like the gist for every normal kid. Like when you move, you gotta go to a new school. I went to a public school for my first high school experience. Going to a public high school, let me tell you, it's exactly like the opposite of High School Musical. Like no one's singing, everyone's miserable. Everyone either is obsessed with you or like hate you. I had multiple I have like a lot of stories about being in that high school. But right now, the roof has been painted. Let me paint this arch thing. That's kind of like right around here. But I was just fresh out of middle school, and I was like a very nervous like person. So I went to like this school where there was a lot of like
No way you went to school.
this school I went to was very interesting. Like the kids were like a whole different breed of people that I've never interacted with. That's probably because I don't interact with a whole lot of people in real life. But it was really new to me. And there was the art teacher of the school, right? Right off the bat, upon meeting her, I was excited because my favorite classes were art, right? So, and like I met her because the first day of school, which was kind of like what's it called? Like a eulogy day? Or like, what's it called when like the first day of school, you don't actually have school, but like you have to like... Orientation, yeah. It was an orientation day, and we had to basically go on a scavenger hunt to find all of our classes. And one of the classes I had was an art class with this teacher who I will call Mickey, Miss Mickey. So Miss Mickey was like at her desk, and I found her class, and I was really excited because her class looked really fun, right? And I gave her my paper to sign, and basically the goal was to like, the teacher has to sign the paper to like signify that you found the classroom, right? Okay, I'm currently looking at what else I got paint red, and so I got paint the window arches, the door arch, and probably the window arches on the side too. So I found the teacher, and I went up to her. I was like, gave her my paper to sign. And I was like telling her, oh, I'm really excited to take your class. And she's like, oh yeah, are you like an artist or whatever? And I'm like, yeah, I'm like getting into like a lot of art stuff. And around the time I was really experimenting with like different art forms. And one of the things I was experimenting was like actually 3D models, like 3D like clay and whatnot. And I told her, I was like, oh yeah, I really want to get into like I might need a smaller brush for this. Like 3D, not 3D, it was like stop motion. It was stop motion. I really wanted to get to stop motion at the time. I didn't really get into it. But I really want to, though. So, I told her, I was like, oh, I'm trying to get into stop motion, because I think it's really cool. And she's like, whoa there, slow down, kid. And I'm just like, I haven't even started. She was basically not a very enthusiastic teacher of my hyper-energetic energy when it comes to art, because I adore art, I really do. Anyway, so my, this teacher, right, was not, she was not really into my energy when it came to art. L teacher so far. The teacher was not, I'm sorry, I got, like, thrown off with something. The teacher was not into my hyperness, and it was not, like, welcomed, I guess, until, like, I finally had a class with her. Keep in mind, I did not have any friends until I started going to classes. I was a very shy person. I didn't really have anyone to talk to until I started going to classes, and there were some kids that I got along with really well. Here's a little fun fact about me. I'm a naturally loud person. I'm naturally, like, a loud talker. I'm naturally a loud speaker. I'm loud whenever I'm excited or whatnot. And I do have a reason as to why. Hi, Diggy! Hi, Diggy! Welcome! Welcome to the stream. I'm painting a house. It looks very...
I'm telling a story.
I'm also telling a story about a really bad high school art teacher I once had. So yeah, and until I went to this class, this art class, I was getting to know some of the students in there, and they were really nice to me. And I was explaining why I'm such a loud person. My dad is partially deaf, so he has a hard time hearing. So naturally, I have to speak louder and enunciate my words to him. And I guess like over time, that kind of just grew on to me that I'm just a really loud person. Like, I'm a really loud talker. And that was one of the issues that this teacher had with me. That I was a really loud person. I'm naturally loud too. I get yelled at by my dad because of how loud I am play video games. I get you so hard. Hold on, let me look at the chat on my phone. Alright, there we go. So, but yeah, my dad is partially deaf, so I'm naturally loud. And whenever I get excited to meet new people, I get a little excited and I get a little loud. This teacher hated the fact that I was loud. This is not the starting point, but it is important for later to know. So, okay, let me explain the very first time she hated my guts. So the teacher had a little contest, or test more like. It was a test where the students of the class had to take, which basically ranked our creativity. It was a creativity test to see how creative we were, which I think is really dumb. I think artists should not be judged on creativity or like skill. I think it's just more or less like the passion that artists put into their artwork, really. I don't really think creativity level should be that important when it comes to artists. Like, you know, it's like, for God's sakes, people paint a circle and it goes up in museums. Like, where does the creativity level kind of lie with us, you know? Anything can be creative, and kind of trying to make a level out of that is kind of a little bizarre to me. But, so yeah, she made us take a creativity level test. My hand is very shaky because I'm trying to be very precise, but it's okay. It's not meant to be perfect. At least not with these lines. This is still kind of like, I'm paying on so I have the reference and whatnot. But, the teacher made us take a creativity test. My thought, is like a kid, right? I was still 14. I was a kid. Keep that in mind. This is before I had depression. Which I will say, high school was the cataclysm for me to get depression. So, this teacher made us take a creativity test, in which we were given several shapes on a piece of paper to draw with. Like, she, told us to draw a few shapes on a piece of paper. Like, it was, a triangle, a circle, an odd, S shape. And she said, okay, draw. My little brain thought, okay, I'm gonna make a whole picture out of all these shapes. I'm gonna use all these shapes and use them to make one picture, right? I thought that was, the logical thing to do. Yes, you can't really do much with separate shapes and just make separate, murals. Which is what I saw, which is what I saw other students doing. I looked over as I'm, drawing, this anime girl with, one of the shapes was a diamond, and I made the diamond, her eyeball. And, I looked over and I see, students, drawing, swirls or, little, drawings next to the shapes, making, separate, doodles with them. And I kind of thought to myself, am I supposed to do that? Is that what that is? And by the end of, the test, I had made, a poster design for one of my many story series stuff that I own. Person slaps a dollop of paint on a 6-feet canvas. It's considered art. Artists actually take time with every detail, shade, tone, crickets, our society, folks. That is basically what artist standards are nowadays. But, yeah, no, so by the time I finish, my test picture, it was a full drawing, movie poster sort of situation. That's why I kind of designed it to be for a project of mine that I was really passionate about at the time. And the teacher, on, the board, she put up, on the boards, this is, if you drew this is your score. And, she was going in order, and, I was really confused, because, I would see, which score is which, and I would always raise my hand. And she kind of glared at me whenever I raised my hand, and she was like, "Put your hand down." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, did I do something wrong?" And, until it got to the 8th level of creativity, which is apparently the highest level of creativity on the chart, in which she specifically walked over to me. She specifically walked over to me, grabbed my paper, and held it in front of the class, and was like, "This is what level 8 creativity looks like." And I was, like, kind of, like, shocked, because I was like, "Bruh, I just drew a picture." And then, like, all the students naturally around me was like, "Whoa, wow, that's so cool." And, you know, I was really flustered, because I never got that many compliments from, like, a bunch of students. Right now I'm redrawing something my friend did years ago. No say, good art. Once I get good enough art, I'll redraw this, and now I'm good enough. Aww. I honestly, redrawing stuff is so much fun. I hope redrawing the picture is, like, fun, too, to do. Okay, so these have been painted, and now it's time for these little side windows, which you guys did not see, which I will work on right now. But yeah, so the teacher held up my painting, or not painting, my drawing up to everyone, and was like, "This is what level 8 creativity looks like." And naturally I got flustered because all these students around me was like, "Whoa, Tim, that's so cool. That's so cool that you did that. Whoa." And I was like, "Oh, thank you. But she kind of gave it back to me and said, "Don't get a big head, kid." And I'm just like, I was just saying thank you. Because, you know, I don't get compliments on my art that much. Because I'm going to add on something after I end the story about this teacher. So it was ever since that moment that my creativity level was kind of scored, basically being the highest in class, which she told me that she has only ever had like 6 students with that same creativity level in her entire teaching career. Which means there were 6 people in the exact same shoes as I was in. Now, here's a little thing about me. The only reason why I would consider my creativity level so high is because I connect everything with the story. Like, I try and make a story, and, like, I try to make something out of everything I create. And in a way, a lot of people told me that they thought they were jealous of me. Specifically the teacher. That they thought the teacher was jealous of me because of my creativity level being so freaking high, apparently, according to her. But woo boy, that was, like, the marking point of, like, something drastic to happen in my life. It was around the point where me ever encountering this teacher almost made me quit art. Dun dun dun! Yeah. So, fun fact, there was a possibility in my life where I could have, like, dropped art entirely as, like, a hobby, as a passion, as, like, a whole. Which is, like, so weird to think about, because art is kind of, like, my entire thing. I mean, everything you see on my screen, I have made. My model, I have drawn myself. The tokens, I have drawn myself. My own border, I have drawn myself. For God's sakes, I'm painting on stream. I think it's safe to say that being an artist is very much, like, who I am. And the fact being to think about that there was a moment of doubt where I could have, like, just dropped everything was because of this one teacher. And I'll get to that. So, one of our very first assignments that the teacher gave us was to Zentangles. They were called Zentangles, where basically we would have to do Pinterest-styled like squiggles around like a magazine cutout, which we did. We literally had to find like a magazine from like a box that she had, take it out, cut out a person. I'm sorry if I'm like burping. I'm sorry, excuse me. We had to take out a magazine from a box she gave us, cut out a person, and draw basically squiggles and lines around said person, right? I was a little confused about it, because, like, you know, it's high school, and usually high school should prepare you for college, and, like, teach you some little bit more mastery art stuff. Instead she made us do Pinterest projects. You know what, Nightcrawler, I will take that hydrate right now.
Can't fight you on this one.
Because I actually might need that. Thank you. Okay. So this art teacher made us do Zentangle portraits, which was basically a Pinterest project, basically. It was literally a Pinterest project, and I'll tell you why later. But right now, I think the roof is ready for another coat of red, which I will swap paintbrushes for. So I did so my picture of choice was a man with a cigar in his mouth. And I kind of wanted to do something out of it. So I cut out the picture of the man, and he wore glasses as well. He wore like glasses. I cut out his no, I didn't cut out his lens. I used like a paint marker to make the lens completely white, so I could use marker to draw over them and put like triangles, because the whole thing was like we're supposed to make patterns in like the whole picture, right? Here's the thing. The teacher told us we had to draw the swirls all in Sharpie, but we can only use one different like utensil to draw with, like to color with. Like you're only either supposed to use markers or use color pencils. I wanted to use both because I'm a very mixed media person. And like as I was like coloring the glasses, because like I used like paint. I use paint to color in like the glasses to make them white, right? So I can have the triangles. And naturally, I use marker to draw on the triangles. And like she stopped me in my tracks. She like grabbed my wrist. She literally walked over to me. I had the marker, like let me move the house. I had the marker in my hand. She grabbed my wrist as I was like trying to color, like with marker on my page. She's like, "What are you doing? You're supposed to use color pencil or marker. You can't just use both." I'm just like, but I can't use colored pencil on dry paint. It'll ruin it. It'll destroy the paint of the glasses effect. And like she looked over at my thing and she saw like the white paint on the glasses, right? And like she was like, "Oh, okay, fine, carry on, I guess." And and I kind of just sat there so confused. I'm like, I what? I'm so confused. So yeah, that happened in the class, which kind of startled me, because all my life I've always used mixed media in all my art, right? I use marker, I mix marker with like color pencils, because I think like creatively, like it's fun, and also it gives me the opportunity to exercise with more stuff at the same time. But this teacher went fucking psycho on me when I decided to use both on one project. And she's like, "No, you're not supposed to." Now, after that incident, the teacher was very, awkward to interact with, to say the least. Now, keep in mind, I was still 14. I wasn't 15, I wasn't 16, I was 14. My freshman year of high school. Art class. And, like, I had moved schools. I had moved to a completely different state to try to, like, find a new life. And this was the art teacher I was given. And, you know, it's an art class. And normally when you're in a class, you typically want to check with the teacher to see if something's right? So I finished, like, my Zentangle portrait, right? And I needed, like, criticism. I needed someone to tell me, like, is there anything I need to change or anything? And, this girl, who I was friends with at the time, not friends with anymore, her name was Kat. I sat next to her, and, she was, like, kind of, like, talking to the teacher, and the teacher was, like, sitting across from us, like, kind of, like, talking to, like, Kat and whatever. And I kind of looked at the teacher with my, like, picture in my hands, right? And I said, Miss Mickey, what do you think of my thing? Do you think I need to change anything? And she kind of, like, slowly looked, she did this, she did, like, and she, like, gave me the fakest smile ever. She slowly looked at me and gave me the fakest smile I've ever seen in my entire, like, 14-year-old life. And she said, like, "It looks fine, Tim." And I just felt so threatened. I felt so scared. I was like, did I do something? And, like, the cat next to me was like, do you want to, like, try to look at it or something? And, like, you know, like, how you criticize mine and whatnot? Because, like, when the teacher looked at Kat's piece, she, like, gave her all critiques, like, oh, maybe you want to do, like, a different swirl. Maybe you want to try something else or something. No, when she looked at me, she had death in her eyes. She wanted to fucking kill me. My 14-year-old, like, mind was, like, horrified. Now, I want to say something else that was also a giant problem with this teacher. The teacher had an award system, right? And like, as someone who's, like, kind of grown up now, I kind of look back at, like, what she did, and I'm like, that is a giant fuck you to you, woman. Because basically what she did, she awarded students for their art projects, right? When art should be something that, like, everyone has their own style, everyone does art differently. And it shall be admired in some shape or form. This woman basically picked favorites, and was very open about it. Because she would pick art pieces that she thought was, like, the grand slam of things, and give that person a ribbon, and put their art piece outside her door with said ribbon, and basically show off, like, hey, I know you're all in my class, I know you all worked hard on your art pieces, but this person did way better than all of you, and I'm giving them a ribbon to show how much better they are than you, so basically, fuck all of you. And you know, when you're a kid, you like, your little instincts go, like, I want a ribbon, so I would try so hard to, like, make the most creative pieces I could ever come up with. And as a kid, that's heartbreaking. Because, like, you're because when you do an award system, and only one person can win, there's not even a second or third, it's only one person can win. When you do an award, system like that, that's absolutely fucked up. If you're watching my stream, if someone in here is watching my stream, and you do an award system, absolutely fuck you. Like, if you judge people's art, and you make an award system, just based off their art, just like, their art just good in general. Absolutely fuck you. That is the one moment I will ever hate in art, like, in a teacher my entire life. Because I normally don't hate my teachers. Scratch that. Not a question anymore. We cancel her on Twitter. I don't know if she has a Twitter. I don't want you guys to try to find her or anything. Because she's not worth it. She's really not worth it. But, yeah, no. The fact being she had a award system basically crushed my little tiny heart as a kid. Because, like, you know, everyone wants a ribbon. But the fact being you're saying, like, no. I have favorites. And she did have favorites. She legit had favorite students. It was infuriating. So, skipping on to her, like, the next project. This is the second project I've had to do in her class, right? This is where me being loud comes into play. The second project was basically a wire project, where we had to bend wire and basically kind of make a sculpture out of it. However, the rules was, like, you can't make a specific shape out of it, and it has to be, like, unique. Now, my little brain, I never worked with wire before. I have never worked with, like, sculptures or anything like that. I've only worked with, like, paint and clay. Never with wire. So, I was very nervous with this. And and if you're gonna ask, if I tried to get help, I never got help. I never got help from the teacher. She was a bitch. She was absolutely a bitch. So, yeah, me trying to get help from her. Teacher tried to do an art contest, but if you wouldn't actually get treated like a normal person and appreciate it like a teacher is supposed to do. Exactly. No, like, so in the class, because we were working with wire, we were kind of all spread out. We weren't actually working at our desks because, it was like giant wires. Some of us had to sit on the floor because of how big the wires were. So, I sat on the floor with a few people in the class because they actually liked me. And I was like kind of talking with them, right? And naturally, as I said before, I'm a loud person. I'm a natural loud person. But here's the other thing. Everyone else, did someone else join the call?
No, somebody the bot left.
Oh. Cosmic, do you want to try to get the bot back in? Oh, let me know when to introduce for you about it.
Okay.
Hold on, let me chat. Oh, wait, where's the chat icons? Hold on. There we go. Much better. Anyway, naturally, I'm a loud person, but here's the other thing. High schoolers are also really loud. Like, they're really loud. And that's, like, something that, like, is, like, you can't avoid, kind of. High schoolers are just going to be loud. And here's the thing. The entire classroom was loud. But for some reason, the teacher decided to single me out. like all my friends that I was sitting with at the time, you know, we're all loud, we're all talking and whatnot, and she fucking yelled my name, said, Timothy! And I was like, huh? And she was like standing over me. I was sitting on the floor, and she was standing over me, her hands on her hips, looking down at me with like fucking malice. And she's like, are you the one talking over here? I'm like, yeah, why? And she like pointed back to like my table. Hold on. Oh, Jokul, hi!
Hello, this is an interesting story to jump on.
I'm talking about the worst art teacher I've ever had to deal with. Hold on. Because Cosmic brought the bot back, it's a little weird. Hold on, I gotta...
You mean that bitch? No, I'm just...
This bitch.
Oh, I'm trying to...
Sorry.
No, you're fine, Cosmic. There you go.
Oh.
Anyway. So yeah, she looked at me, and I was like, as if I was the only one talking loud, which, keep in mind, I wasn't. All the people around me were, like, talking very loud, because we're high schoolers, right? But she looked at me, specifically, and was, like, fucking pissed as shit, as if I was, like, the major distraction in the whole classroom, pointed at my desk and said, go back and sit at your desk and work quietly. I was like, but I didn't do anything. She said, now! And a little connection to that story. I had a friend who was in a different class. He wasn't in the same class as me, but he had the same art teacher. And around the time, I did leave that high school. I went to a different school after that.
Yeah.
I went to a different school, and he, like, messaged me because he had my phone number. And he says, like, hey, did you have Miss Mick's class? Did you have Miss Mickey's class? I'm like, yeah, why? She was talking shit about you in class, in front of the whole classroom. And I'm just like, what do you mean? Apparently, Miss Mick thought it'd be great to talk shit about a 14-year-old about how she was the loudest person in her class. Yeah, you have nothing else better to do? You haven't gone through menopause yet or something? You that bored you have to talk about a 14-year-old girl in front of a classroom?
Kick her in the balls.
Kamek said, imagine being loud.
It can't be me.
Like, no, literally. If you are a teacher and you have the need to talk shit
Petty
about a
teacher.
if you are a teacher and have the need to talk shit about like another like student, if you have the nerve to talk shit about a student, I have no respect for you. I have no respect for this woman. I don't have respect for her as a teacher. I don't have respect for her as a person. I hate this teacher so much. She literally talked shit about a 14-year-old girl.
Absolute shame on you.
Who
Absolutely fucking loony.
no, you're fine. Like, I had no control over my volume. I really don't have any control over my volume because I am a naturally loud person and I can't really control that. But she thought, oh, it's fucking funny to talk shit about a 14-year-old who was kind of going through it. Which, keep in mind, the fact being how rude this teacher was to me honestly almost made me give up on art. Because she never gave me criticism. She always fucking was mean to me. And from the moment I took that creativity test, she fucking had spite for me. She absolutely despised me, no matter what. I think I might move on to the next color.
That teacher needs lessons in proper manners.
Honestly.
Never be that shitty teacher.
Honestly, if anyone becomes a teacher or is a teacher, don't. Just don't.
Just don't be a teacher. Easy.
Whoever said kick them in the balls, they don't have balls. They talk shit about Timothy because she wasn't there. She couldn't even be an asshole to her face. No, that's like the worst part. After I left the school, she thought it was like fucking peachy to talk about me after I left. So it's like, oh, you've been waiting to talk about me. You could not wait to talk shit about me in front of like your other classes. And the thing is, it's probably still this.
Coward.
It's probably to this day, she probably still talks to me to her classes about how I'm the loudest in all of her classes. No, if Miss Mick is ever watching my streams, if she's watching this right now, absolutely fuck you.
I feel like I
We're
got
doing
lucky.
a second W's here.
I feel like I got lucky with a lot of my teachers. Fucking I had this one teacher who I fucking adored. Her name was, and I'm gonna say her real name. Her name is Miss Haney. And I adored this woman so much. Like, the moment I met her, it was just like fucking, it was like a moth to a flame, so to speak. I don't know if that makes any sense. She was fucking an amazing, chill teacher who just was like, you know what, I'm not gonna deal with all these teenagers' bullshit. I'm gonna fucking I guess not stoop to their level. I'm gonna how do I describe what this teacher did? How do I even do that?
You got this.
Okay, for example about what she did. She didn't actually hit kids. She would like smack like their table with like rulers and shit. But it was like a goofy sort of smack, if you know what I mean. Like, she wasn't like actually angry. Rarely was this woman actually angry.
Mm-hmm.
But she just like, it was just to get their kids' attention and whatnot. And it worked. There was like a day though, I remember. I had her for study hall, which is when she was like at her finest.
Mm-hmm.
Those were her finest hours. And she was telling us stories about like her previous classes, and she looked at one of my classmates. I believe his name was like Trayvon, something like that. She looked at him and just went, "You're friends with like Devin, right?" or something like that. And he goes, "Yeah." And she pulls out her broken yardstick that she had smacked on his table because he was talking and shit or whatever. But she pulls out her broken in half yardstick and just tell Devin he owes me a new yardstick.
Wow.
I adored this woman. Like, she gave us so much fucking leeway. Like, she had so much right to be angry at us sometimes, but she would not. There was like a day I remember where she was taking care of another person's class of I think it was like sophomores or either sophomore or freshman. I think it was sophomores. But she had said like there was like this one kid standing up doing whatever, being obnoxious, wouldn't sit down so that way we could fucking leave, and I was having some PMS. I was crampy, I needed to go home because I was hurting and the school wouldn't let me keep my meds there. And she knew, and she was absolutely, she decided, I have a sneaking suspicion she knew, because okay, I have endometriosis. I'll say that right now. But, she knew I had, like, period problems and stuff, and just, you know, when do bloody I go extreme hurdy, but not to, like, the normal extent. I am, like, there plus, like, 30 miles, if you know what I mean. And it sucks. It hurts. It hurts like a bitch. And, like, that shit will make me cry. It'll make me agitated as shit. Only thing that makes me better, go home, take ibuprofen, lay down. And I had started, like, just like,
Oh, thank you, Brenda.
I think in, like, the last class period, so I was, like, I was getting up there in pain. But it was, like, my last class of the day, so I was just gonna go through with it. I wasn't gonna call home or nothing, I was just gonna go. And so she was very much aware of my issues and shit. But this bitch would just not sit down and not let us leave for whatever reason. So she kind of like I just heard her go, "If you don't sit down, I'm gonna let the seniors do," which was me, do whatever the fuck they want to you. And I'm just sitting there, I'm just getting heated. And eventually I snap at this girl. And I just scream, like, sit the fuck down! And I fucking... Like, I don't normally, like, yell at people like that. But I was pissed. And I yelled that shit. and I realized what I had done. I like looked over at the teacher, and the teacher was just looking at the girl who was just like getting in it, like not being a fucking nuisance, and she just kind of like she clasped her hands together, like bit her lips together, and just kind of made like a "you see what I mean" motion, and the girl just slowly sat back down.
Oh my god.
Like, I'm not joking.
I've only ever had like a few great teachers. I think like I had a few great teachers, but I had a lot that stuck with me. But I'm not done telling the story about this teacher.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. It's okay. So, where did I leave off? Right. So we were doing an arm. So yeah, she talked shit about me, behind my back. Also, by the way, Peanut and Nightcrawler, thank you. It looks really rough right now, I know, but it's still in the earlier stages. Once it's more drier and I can work on more finer details, that's when it can really show. Which, by the way, do you guys want to see the whole process of these houses being painted, or do you care if I paint them off stream as well? I want to know your guys' thoughts so I can have an idea. Like, do you want to be here for the whole stream? To see like the whole ride or die, or do you not care if like it's okay, you can paint these off stream? I think either way. I think fine either way. Okay, Peanut. Anyone else? I have plenty of stuff to paint. Don't worry if that's what you guys are worried about. I have 6 houses that I can paint on stream. This is just the first of many. But so yeah, the teacher has talked shit about me behind my back. Has grit her teeth at me as if I'm like her worst enemy. Either or, depends on how bored you get off stream. That's valid. So I feel
Kamek said, talk about a petty bitch.
Yeah, no, I despise this woman, which she still she still teaches to this day. But
She shouldn't.
She does. She still does.
She shouldn't.
I honestly would love to get like in touch with her or something, just so I can say an absolute fuck you to the woman. But I don't think
the fuck you will come whenever you're successful.
Yeah, that's
more successful.
That's what I was gonna say. I want to wait till I have like something really big to rub in her face, basically. Like, I don't know, maybe like someone who watches my streams will see like my funny art and be like, wow, I want to put your art in a museum, but I doubt that will actually ever happen.
Hey, you never know.
Can't wait for that. Actually, so here's the thing. I transferred high schools 4 times in my life. To some people, it may not be that surprising. To most, it's probably like, why? Well, the high school, the first one, the public one I went to with the shit art teacher, her being a shit art teacher was one of them. I'll put it in my office. Her being a shit art teacher was definitely one of the reasons why I left the school. But here's the, you know what, I'm just gonna go full on the school that I went to. So this school was populated with a lot of different kids, and a lot of different teachers that I've never interacted with. Man, there's like a lot of stories. Sheesh. I'm trying to think of the first thing. I already used my PFP, I'll frame it. Aww. Actually, a little thing. At some point, when I move and I get my new studio room, I actually plan on, printing out every piece of fan art that right now I can get my hands on, and any future pieces. And I plan on putting it on my pinboard. When I get my new studio room, I want to have a pinboard full of y'all's fan art that y'all make for me. Because y'all are so sweet to make me fan art to begin with, and I would love to just wake up to every day in my office. So that's something I wanted to tell you guys.
Kamek said, more fan art of the baby.
I love
Let's go.
I love RoboCosmic. I think it's funny. But alright, so this is the gray we got so far. I got paint.
I
this
am
part.
funny clown.
But
Honk honk.
another reason why I left the school was because the math teacher. Now, she wasn't mean to me personally. However, the math curriculum she taught us. Actually, should I even say taught us? She didn't really teach us anything. She would give us a test or a quiz every other day. So, like, it was A day or B day, and every, like, second A day we would have her, she would give us a test, and she would give us homework that none of us will understand, unless you're, like, a math genius. I'm not one of those people. I am not a math genius. So I was very, stuck, to say the least. And I really struggled in that class, to the point I got a D in the class, because I was failing so bad, because I didn't understand what to do. She wasn't teaching us at all. It wasn't a good class. I was surrounded by horny freaks. Not that I'm not surrounded by them anymore, but it was really bad. I'm saying.
I see.
I say that endearing to you guys. However, back then it was not endearing in the slightest.
Yeah, I believe so. I would believe it.
Because they were high schoolers, and they were fucking weird about it. To the point, I was gonna say, well, Harbinger, I don't mean that endearing. To you, at least. I'm joking, I love you, Harb.
Out of malice for you.
But, so, fun thing, look, that's my whole shtick. So, little thing, lies. Little thing about me, my sexuality, I am straight. I like men. I like men, and that's not, anything, like, special, I guess. Like, I like men,
You're
that's
special.
it. Aw.
Oh no. Are you gonna go into these stories?
Yes.
Oh wait,
Lord.
I know what you're talking about.
Because
Comic
it was
said,
all
Men.
it was all a part of this high school that I went to, this public high school that I went to. So, I'm straight. I like men. Am currently taken right now. And around the time when I was in high school, I was not taken. That gave a lot of women at my school the opportunity to try to beg me to be gay, to be either lesbian or bisexual, so I could date them. Yes, everyone, I have been begged to change my sexuality to date other. Congrats on being taken. Yeah, I've even made
Tim
a
is
horror
very
joke.
attractive.
Thank you, Cosmic. I've yet to make a even horror joke. I'm weird. I'm just being respectful. Answer: yes. But
Don't worry, we do that for you.
But yeah, yours truly has been begged on literally on hands and knees to change my sexuality so I could date a woman. I'm not joking I'm literally not joking. I'm slash serious, y'all.
I'm super serial.
I think she's /J, guys. I don't know. No, I'm joking.
No, I have been begged on hands and knees to change my sexuality so I could date like
Why
girls.
so serious?
And the thing is, like, I genuinely, here's the thing, this was before I was really exposed to the concept of, like, the LGBT community. I was never really exposed to anything like that as a kid. Not in middle school, not in elementary school, none of that. So as a kid, I was just really confused. I was like, I don't think that's how being gay works. You can't just force someone to, like, you know, be gay and date you.
Nope.
So, but, like, and, like, she kept begging me, this girl, who was also in my art class, mind you, was like, please, Tim, please, we could be so good together, and, like, I like you so much, and I'm just like, okay, you're a girl, I don't like you. And, like, I wasn't actually like that. I was trying really hard to be nice. Like, trying...
No, I'm sorry. I don't swing that way. No, please stop. You're embarrassing yourself. No.
Exactly.
No, stop! You just start screaming.
Like, I guess I'm just... the thing is, when I was in high school, I did attract a lot of, people in high school. I think that's purely because of how horny everyone is. I mean, like, there was one guy who, oh shoot, I got gray on the house. I can get it off, it's okay. There was one guy who got crushes on people easily, right? And I kind of had to lie to him to kind of get out. She hot. I kind of had to lie to the guy to basically get him to not like me anymore. I basically told him, like, I'm asexual. Even though a part of me didn't even know what asexual meant. I just heard it around and I just heard, like, oh, I don't like sex at the time. I know what it means now, don't worry. But at the time I was like, oh, this is my get out of jail card.
Kamek said, who wouldn't love the Karusu?
Aww.
She's lovable.
Oh, you're being too nice. Aw.
Stop being nice.
No.
Now start being mean. Say some insults.
Yeah, now you gotta say something mean to balance it out.
Anyway,
Only fair.
I had to tell this guy I was asexual, right? So he could not have feelings for me. And that I was not interested in him. And then, like, a week after I told him no, I was talking to, like, a group of friends, and he was a part of that group of people. And, like, I made
Did you let the lie slip?
No. I
Okay then. She's a very short bloody fucker I can use as a basketball for my exercise.
Okay.
Let's go. There you go.
God
Now you
damn,
balanced
okay.
it out.
Anyway.
Now you balanced it out.
I made like a little joke about him, right? And he kind of looked at me and said, "Who are you?" And I'm just like, do you not remember me? He's like, "No, seriously, who are you?" I don't know if it was like him like forgetting about me actually, or like he was so heartbroken about me saying I'm asexual to the point like he just completely just hated me and just said, "Who are you?"
He's just spiteful.
There was one time I was invited to a orgy.
Oh yeah.
There were actually no. Let me rephrase that. There were multiple times I was invited to an orgy in high school, and that's not even. No, like this one girl she bragged about what you can't. I'm what you can't have, boy. Huh? This one girl, she bragged, mind you, she bragged about having sex with her neighbors so much. And there's another guy that she hanged out with. And like they both kind of like came over to him one day at lunch, and they're like, "Hey Tim, you want to like have an orgy with us someday?" And like the girl in my neighborhood too. And I'm like,
No. I'm gonna go with no.
That's a strange question to ask anyone out of nowhere.
Right.
There was one. Oh, what kind of fucking high schoolers are these? High schoolers!
That's what I'm saying. I've never seen high schoolers like this around, well, at least where I am.
One time.
Oh, I had high schoolers like that. Granted, not towards me personally. However, I was friends with a majority of like the really horny ones, and they would like. They would sit down and talk to me about their drama and shit and blah blah blah.
There was one time my phone, brand new phone by the way, I never had a phone until I was in high school. My brand new phone was taken, and immediately someone looked up porn on it.
Oh.
What the fuck?
Like someone immediately took my phone and just like, yoink, I'm gonna look up hentai on it. Because I have
was it hentai or was
it was hentai because I was friends with that person who stole my phone.
Not friends anymore.
Well, no, obviously. No, like brand new phone. This person,
Hey,
like
this guy Eric. Welcome, first time chatter.
Oh, hi Eric. Hi. I'm talking about my high school experiences. I did a collab with
Kamek
Eric.
said, greetings.
I'm painting a house right now. It's not done yet, obviously. I'm in the middle of painting it. And I'm telling high school stories about this one high school I went to. My very first high school I went to when I was starting out in a new place that I just moved to. And this is all one high school. You joined at a bad time. But yeah, no. I knew it was hentai because my friend was the one who stole my phone to look it up. And I'm just like, I feel like my parents could see it all, that could like find that, and I was like, please give me my phone back. But like apparently his his parents, like, fucking locked his phone. Or, like, watches his phone. So he couldn't look up, like, porn. And apparently he was so sexually frustrated, he had to use my phone to look up porn.
What the fuck?
Bruh.
This was at school, right?
Yep. This was during lunch, mind you.
Hell no. I would have snatched the phone back and say, "You not going in that restroom, buddy. You're out of luck. You better use that imagination in your head. It can do wonders."
I'm trying to think of, like, other shit that happened to me. I'm not even that down bad.
Same.
Yeah, to the point you had to steal someone else's phone to look up porn. I'm trying to think. There was
I need to borrow your phone, Tim. I hope you don't mind.
Hammock said, "That would be embarrassing."
There was another point. Okay, so this was during, I believe science class. Chemistry class, actually.
Be right back. Need to hack into your phone for my funds for repairs.
Don't worry, Cosmic, I'll help
This
you.
was during chemistry class, and I believe it was this day, around this time that I had chemistry class, I had a really, really long day, and there was a kid in the class, right, who was that kid. Everyone knows what I mean when I say that kid. He was Mr. like popular. He was like Mr. fucking fuckhead and annoying shithead in the class. He was that one kid that no one liked, or you fucking adored him if you were friends with him.
I see.
I was one of those people that fucking despised them. Because, upon first meeting him, the first time I ever had to do a group project with him, I said hi to him and I held my hand out to shake it, and he said, "Ew, I'm gay!" He wasn't actually gay. He just kind of screamed that for the sake of screaming it.
So did he do it for the funnies? Or?
I guess. I didn't really think it was funny. I just kind of stared at him, just like, okay. Oh, that kid. I had 4 of them in one class. All of them had something against me, apparently. Okay, I'm gonna move on to the next color, maybe.
That's how it was at my worst class that I've ever been in high school. With kids like that in that class as well.
Okay, actually, I think I might go back to the red right now. So a lot of the red parts are like drying up, and I want to go back to it. So let me reopen the red. But this kid, man, I really hated him. I really hated this kid. I had a project with him, right? And we were nowhere near done with this project. We were just, like, on the brink of, like, the due date, and we were nowhere near done. And we were, like, sitting outside in the, outside in the lockers and whatnot to work. He just kept talking to everyone, and he would not work on his stuff, right? And, little thing about me, when I was younger, I started to grow really, really bad anger issues. Like, I had no way of controlling them. Because, I don't go to therapy. Never went to therapy. So, yeah, no wonder I would have issues controlling certain parts of me. So, out of, like, absolute frustration, I had told this kid several times, like, can you please do your work? Can you please stop talking to them and just do your work? Please, please, please. And, like, he'd be like, yeah, whatever. I'm doing my work, whatever. And out of so much fucking stress and panic, I already had a bad day, I think, right? Like, I was crying. Like, this school made me cry almost every day of going. I think it was only, like, a month I went there, right? And, yeah, no, this kid made me fucking lose my shit so hard. I slammed my head. I physically slammed my head on the locker behind me, right? Because I was so stressed out and I just wanted to, like, knock myself out, right? Mm-hmm. And what I forgot was that people were like nearby me or across from me. And they all saw me do that. They all saw me slam my head on the lockers, right? And they all looked at me and started laughing at me. They all started laughing at me after I slammed my head on the locker after being so stressed out of my mind. And they says, like, yo, do you think the cameras caught that? Do you think they'll be able to let us watch that? Basically making fun of me having a mental breakdown. In which I did go to the teacher and, like, explain to him I was having a mental breakdown. I don't remember what happened after that. Either I sat back down. I do remember the project being done, however. But that was the last interaction I ever had in that classroom.
I never saw that bitch again.
No, that was like, I think that was my breaking point into like having like serious mental problems because of like the fact being I was having a mental breakdown and kids were like actually making fun of me, like kind of like mentally ruined me in a way. Cause like it's not fucking funny to have a mental breakdown. If you laugh at someone for having a mental breakdown, fuck you.
What year was it whenever this happened, if you remember?
Not 2000, I think. I want to say 2018?
Yeah, that's around the time where kids were like that, like very bad like that. So yeah, I
Yeah.
hate that type of kids.
Yeah, no, it was the kids I was surrounded was like really bad. Either they were like won't shut the hell up horny, or they were fucking annoying. Actually, this high school that I went to, for the first time ever, I was actually friends with a popular girl. Like, I was friends with the popular girls, and I would sit at the popular girls, like, table, right? So that was, like, a first for me. And in my head, I was like, that's a W, right? Here's the thing. I forgot how much bitches were of, like, popular girls, right? And, like, the main girl, the ringleader, her name was Krista. She dated a senior. She was a freshman. Right? And like,
You gotta hack into her computer real fast.
and like, and they made it like so obvious. They made it stupid obvious that they were together. They would flirt with each other at lunch, and it was like, to me personally, I kind of felt like the third wheel, because in my head I kind of had a crush on the guy, but I knew I couldn't like date him. But the girl knew I liked him, right? So she kind of like, yeah, she's gonna fucking date him because I like him. And like, I kind of felt like really sick after that, because that was like the first time I liked like a guy that was like around me, I guess. And like in my head, I kind of thought he liked me too, but I guess not, because fucking Krista asked him out. But those are all from one single high school I went to. I since moved to a different high school, which ended up being the high school I stayed at, but also was kind of the marking point of actual depression for me. I say marking point because I met one person from that high school who kind of ruined my life. No, dude, I don't get kids in my high school. 9% of little boys literally wrestle and jump on each other for fun. They did this as soon as school came back in person during the pandemic. Like, bro, what are you doing? Once I kicked a guy in the shin for making fun of a person having a mental breakdown in school. So deserved. So true, Eric.
Very deserved. You got a W for that one, Eric.
But, on to the second high school I went to, which was actually an art high school. It was an academy. It was an art academy that I attended to. And it was that academy that really I felt like I was at home. Not my freshman year, though. I despise my freshman year of high school at that school. Because, I only ever made one friend in my year. However, Scribble, the one with the shadow character that you guys see a lot, Scribble was my friend in high school that I actually met in my freshman year, but they're not the person I'm talking about. However, they are aware of the person that I'm about to just talk about, which technically the name she went by was a nickname. So fuck it, I'll talk about her in her nickname. Her name was Joy, which is very, very ironic with the story that I'm about to tell you about her. So,
Oh god, this bitch!
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I thought you were gonna talk about the other one.
Which one?
that'll come later.
You know. He whose name who shall not be spoken. And whose name I don't actually really know.
Oh, him.
There you go. Yeah, that one.
No, that's a little later, and I don't really know if I want to talk about that, but I'll talk about Joy.
Alright. Fair enough. Fair enough.
I almost put a bully and choco before, like, in 8th grade.
Nice.
W's
W's all around.
This girl, her name was Joy, same age as me. And, first day of class of my freshman year of high school, still, transferring middle of the year, I had English class, and, the teacher was like, does anyone want to let, Tim here sit with anyone? She was, like, really hyper and, like, waved me over, like, frantically, as if the world was gonna end. I went over, I sat next to her, and she's like, hi! I'm like, hi. the only thing that we had in common was that we like Spider-Man and that we both draw. After like 5 minutes of this girl getting to know this girl, she already had a mental breakdown because like I saw her crying on the first time meeting her because apparently she was having a quarrel with a friend during the assembly and she was like crying and I'm like, what am I supposed to do? I really don't know what I'm supposed to do. So, yeah, she had a mental breakdown the first time I met her. Great introduction. Really great introduction. Like, if you're meeting someone for the first time and they have a mental breakdown in front of you, upon first meeting them, no bueno. No bueno. So, oh boy. I'm gonna redeem my own hydrate, actually.
I got you covered. Hydrate.
Well, thanks, Joko. Oh, God. I'm sorry if I'm chatting a lot, by the way, guys. If I'm talking too much.
Sorry.
I don't-
Keep going.
I'm just saying. Damn it, Joko.
Kamek said, hydrate.
Oh, thanks, Joko, for letting me stretch too.
Yeah, you need it. Listening to these
Talking is a lot of work.
I mean, it is.
I'm getting a phone call.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay. Anyway. Okay. So, Joy. Very interesting person I've ever met. Because she was a psychopath. And I mean that literally. So, oh boy. How the fuck do you talk so much when you stream? That's the fun part. I don't know, I just kind of talk. The fact being that my friends are here kind of helps too.
Someone to bounce off of.
Yeah.
You can get better at doing it alone if you take improv classes,
Actually,
which I have not.
actually, I thought about taking improv classes at some point.
Dude, hell yeah. Like in real life or online ones?
In real life. My brother's
Okay.
my brother's actually taken improv classes before.
Oh yeah.
So, this person, Joy.
Kamek said, just don't think about talking.
Eh.
Okay,
If I don't think about talking, I won't talk.
Yeah, me too.
I got a BRB. My brother wants me for something, so.
Oh, you're fine, Joko.
Okay.
So, or you speak of the voices in your head. Great improv, I've heard. Okay, Tim podcast when? I don't think I'm good enough to do a podcast. I kind of just talk whatever. Technically, isn't streaming like a podcast-ish?
I'd host the podcast, you loonies.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think I'm very podcast worthy, but okay, so this person, Joy, was a psychopath. Blasphemy. And I say she's a psychopath because I think mentally she always thought she was like the main character of her entire life, which is, you know, there's nothing wrong thinking that you're the main character of your own life. It's when you make it obvious it becomes a problem. Like, she kind of treated me as if I was the Robin to her Batman, right? And normally, when you're best friends with someone... Oh, hi, Hafsa. Welcome to the chat. Wow, what you painting? I'm painting this little plastic house. It's not done yet. It's,
Greetings, Haffy.
It's very rough right now.
I thought you said something else, and I was like, Cosmic, you can't say that on stream.
I think I might do another coat of red on the roof. You guys can't tell, but it's still kind of opaque in some areas. So I might redo I might paint
DM
another...
it to me.
I might paint another layer on the roof. Still gotta paint, like, maybe 3 more layers of gray before I start painting any black on it real quick. Thank you, Hafsa. So, alright, back to Joy. So, when you're best friends with someone, it's kind of important to make the relationship, like, balance. Like, if you treat one person in the friendship like, yeah, I'm better than you. Like, so, okay, Soft's my best friend, right? And, like, and we treat each other as if we're, like, you know, equals. We talk to each other. No, neither one of us is better than the other, right? We both have our talents that make us unique.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure you're better than me.
Soft, shut up.
I mean, to an extent, it's true.
No.
What do you mean, no?
No, neither one of us is better than the other.
You bloody fucker. Take that back.
Even Cosmic is telling you to stop in her British voice. But you get my point. Being in a friendship requires balance. And it requires, like, both friends to be equal with one another. Joy did not do that. She made me feel way lesser to her. And in every way possible, she kind of rubbed her successes in my face. And if there's any moment that I was better than her, she would get fucking ballistic on me. And I mean that. She would get ballistic on me. She would get so mad if I was slightly better than her in anything. Like, one time, I will take fault on this one thing I said to her. There was one time when we had English class. We had to make a diorama of a scene from the book, what was it? It was about a kid who was on the run, and he befriended a black man. I remember that. It is important that he's black, because it was one of those stories that was like, it was kind of, like, historical. I kind of forgot what it was called. Like, I remember there was this part where, like, they were on a boat together and whatnot. Fuck, I can't for the life of me remember.
See, I don't know why, but anytime I hear anything about a little boy, I think the boy in the striped pajamas.
No, not that. I'm really...
Yeah, I kind of figured it wasn't that.
I'm really trying to remember this one book that I read so much in high school, freshman year. I made a whole diorama and a whole, like, fold-in, like, project, which I got A's on both, by the way. And it's fun. And the funny thing is, I never finished the book. I never finished the book. Yeah, I got A's on my project and like doing essays on it. I'm not a big reader. I'll say that. I really can't remember the book. Fuck. But I'll continue. We had to do a diorama of the book that we read, right? And like Joy, which I'm gonna say was completely her reason for starting the argument, got a little pissy at me because my diorama was slightly prettier than hers. I'll say that. Because I really went in full detail of, like, my diorama, which I think you can all tell, yeah, I'm a pretty crafty person from the looks of it. I mean, it's not the best example right now, but you get my point. So obviously my thing was, like, slightly neater and more put together and whatnot. Hers was more or less just a giant box with messy paint on the inside. I'm describing it as it is, not really being mean about it. Like, there was, like, messy paint, I think it was, like, gold streamers inside it, too. It looked more like a party box than an actual diorama. So, and, like, I think she was getting pissed at me about, like, oh, why do you put so much effort into your diorama? Why do you care about it so much? And, like, I was like, because it's for a grade, Joy, and I kind of have to put effort into it. I was like, why can't you just slack off in it? Like, why can't you, like, slack off like I did, you know? Why can't you, like, put no effort into it? And I kind of just snapped at her. And I don't know if anyone in here will say this is a base moment or an L I don't know if anyone will say this is a W or L moment, but I kind of, like, snapped at her. And I said, like, she was, like, basically telling me, like, to get, like, stop trying so hard. And in my response, I said, because I'm better at art than you, Joy.
Shit.
Kamek said, W.
W. I'm sorry, but if you're gonna try and put me down and try to make me, like, do shit, then I'm gonna fucking... Definitely a W. Now that's a W. Fuck Joy. Savage. And, like, she got mad at me because I said that. And like, Dub so big can't fit in my car.
I'm not gonna lie. Who wouldn't be
Stay
mad?
mad.
Who wouldn't be a little bit mad?
Like, at what I said or what she said?
No, what you? I mean, what motherfucker wouldn't get angry if they were just insulted?
Like, being told just, like, stop trying so hard?
No, like, I'm better than you. Who wouldn't get mad?
I mean, yeah.
I mean, that doesn't mean they didn't deserve it.
But,
But, you know.
But, yeah, no, she got mad at me, and she, like, stormed off to the bathroom, and here's the thing, this girl was, like, my only friend in high school, and I was too scared to make any new friends in high school, so I kind of had to chase after her and say I was sorry, but to this day, I don't really feel bad. I kind of retract my sorry from that whole incident, and I don't feel bad at all. But, okay, I'm gonna get into a little bit more graphic territory, and I don't mean, like, gory, I mean more like, what's the word? Triggering, because it involves mental health and my mental health at the point. If you are at all, triggered by any topics of, serious mental health conversations, that you might want to mute the stream or leave it, for the sake of, like, not wanting to upset anyone. That's my warning. I'm gonna continue on after that. I did give a warning, so. Joy was not a good person to be around. I'm gonna say that.
Kamek said, trigger warning, mental health topics at hand. You have been warned.
Thank you, Cosmic. sounds so like professional when you did that. But yeah, no, Joy, like, mentally destroyed me. I have never met a person in my entire life up at that point that mentally destroyed me so bad. Because, there was points where I was actually horrified of going to school because of not wanting to see her. I would skip days of school just to avoid seeing her. And it was getting so bad to the point I had to go to school, or else I would get kicked out of the school for absent so much. So, you're probably wondering why? What was so bad about her? She was mentally destroying me. The woman basically made me feel like absolute shit about everything, and put herself top on, like, everything. Anything that I tried to be good at, she tried to, like, make me, like, embarrassed, or make a joke out of me. Like, so I had to be partners with her during an acting project. I had a theater class my freshman year of high school because I thought it'd be fun. And she was in it. And, for one of the scenes, I played a man, because I thought, okay, I can play the role of a man. And she kept yelling at me that I should manspread to be the character. Like, why? If I can play the character right, I don't need to fucking spread my legs. And I was kind of, like, self-conscious because I didn't necessarily want to spread my legs out. And this wasn't her trying to be creepy or anything. This was literally her yelling at me to be a man, when I was just playing a character. Like, there's an extent of how well you can play a character and just fucking practicing being a fucking... It wasn't even, like, for an actual play. This was just, like, for fun and for a grade. So the fact being I was yelled at by this woman, this fucking girl, about manspreading to be a character, you can imagine how mentally damaging she became to be. To the point that she was the cause of me becoming suicidal. And it was really, really bad. And I'm gonna say how bad it was, because me being suicidal got out somehow, I think via my parents, because I think she tried to call my house, and I think my parents, like, told her to not call me, because of why. And, the next day from school, after, like, the next day of, like, me coming to school for the first time, she found me in the assembly, and, told me, to my face, and I'm actually gonna, like, I'm physically stopping painting to, like, say this. She physically came up to me, told me right in my face, hey, don't tell anyone you're suicidal, because that'll ruin my reputation for me.
Wow.
You can imagine how mentally destroying that is to hear.
Kamek said, what?
That's what she said to me. She did not want me venting to anyone about my emotions, essentially, that she has caused, that she made me. Like, she has forced me to talk about my emotions to her before. She said, like, she numerous times she has threatened our friendship over my head. She had threatened our friendship over my head several times. She's like, oh, you're not really my friend if you don't tell me anything. To the point where she made me feel suicidal because of how mentally damaging she was. and then reaching to the point where I was wanting to die because of this person. Because she made me feel like such a low piece of shit. She told me to not talk about it to anyone because it'll make her look bad. Everyone's like in shock right now. I'm like reading that. Oh my gosh, ew, what the fuck? Yep, sociopath, what a bitch. So fucking sickening, holy shit. I would have socked her for you!
I would kick her in the balls.
Bro, how the fuck is this bitch named Joy? This bitch should be named Tormentor! Bless
Bless
you.
you.
Susan.
Hammock said, "This bloody fucker needs to get her head out of her own ass and stop sniffing anime books. Her life isn't a fantasy, nor is it an anime where she is the protagonist. Absolutely vile creature.
Absolutely.
To call yourself a woman is disgraceful."
Goddamn!
Oh yeah, no, she was also a giant feminist as well.
LMAO.
I also just like I'm like remembering more and more about her. She was like a giant like feminist. By the way, I don't really. When I say feminist, I mean the type to like really be like toxic. I mean, like toxic feminist. I don't mean like if you stand for yourself. Like yeah, I agree that women deserve like more.
No, she's the kind that's saying men bad,
Yeah.
women good.
Yeah. She was also a she was also
Hammock said, "I don't take back a word I said. I said what I said."
No,
Yeah.
you're valid, Cosmic. But another thing that she did was she also shut down a lot of me. When I was in high school, I used to be like a very sarcastic person, but that was like a part of my humor, right? It is sort of back right now, but I guess I don't really use it as much as anymore because of that. Also, sex humor was like my thing. Like I like to joke like tee-hee sex, tee-hee funny penis. And there's like a few guys in my class who also have the same sense of humor as me. And then we were talking about dolphins. We were talking about how dolphins were like literally sick fucks, which they are, by the way. If
Fun fact, when a dolphin climbs on a fucking human being and starts, like, doing that little wiggle thing, yeah, that's them trying to get the nasty on.
yeah, no, dolphins are literally like sick freaks. And like I was joking about that with like some friends. And there was even a moment like Joy was helping me with like some math homework, and like the number 69 popped up, and I was like, and I snorted at it. I'm like 69. And she's like, "What's so funny, Tim?" I'm like, "Oh, nothing. I was laughing to myself." And she's like, "What is it, Tim?" And like I kind of tried to make up a lie to her about like the number 69. I was like, "Oh, the number 69 is like funny because it's like a jungle gym, you know?" Yeah, that's legit what I said. I said it was like a jungle gym. And like she was like, "Oh, I guess that's pretty funny." And then like this guy who's like near our desk who overheard us, we're like, "No, 69 is a sex position." And she's like, "What?" And I was like laughing because like, yeah, that's true. Yeah, man. And like Joy got so pissed at like these group of guys that she like grabbed my arm and dragged me to the guidance counselor's office to fucking tell on them for making sex jokes. Like, Joy, we're fucking high schoolers.
Jesus.
No, Joy, along with the art teacher, was like another person that kind of mentally ruined me.
Joy more like pain.
Someone made a joke saying like her name should be Torment.
Tormentor.
The Tormentor! Everyone look out, here
You
comes
can see like how
Tormentor.
clean the edges are. I'm really proud of like the edges of like the door frame and like even on the windows. Sex word in my Christian school? Basically. That's how, my goodness, woman. Like,
Yeah.
she was not a fun person to be around at all.
Do you think she ever got over herself?
Do I think she ever got over herself?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say no.
Honestly, she seems like one of those girls that probably used to be on Tumblr back then, just like going at everyone on the internet trying to get her word out and nobody gives a shit.
Honestly, there was even a moment, actually, when she stopped being my friend. She tried to force people to not sit with me. And, like, so we had the same math class, right? And we used to sit with each other. And, one day, because I couldn't sit with her, she made me sit by myself. And, like, there was another girl, actually, at some point, who sat at the same table as me and Joy in our math class. But Joy tried to tell this girl, like, don't sit with Tim. She's, like, a bad person. Like, literally trying to, like, talk shit about me to this one girl, who I was actually really chill with. And I just kind of stood there. She said that in front of me, by the way. She said that to this other person in my face. He's like, oh, don't sit with Tim in math. She's a bad person. And, like, this girl, I literally had, like, economics with her before. Or, like, history. And she knows I'm not a bad person. So she kind of looked at Joy and looks over at me. And she's like, I'm gonna go sit with Tim.
Awesome person, W.
So, Joy ended up actually sitting by herself, actually.
Deserved.
That's one way to backfire, huh?
It was...
Kamek said, sit alone. That's well deserved.
Deserved.
It was after, freshman year of high school. I never saw Joy again, actually. But, however, I didn't stay in that high school because I transferred yet again to go to a different high school. This is the third high school I've had to transfer. This is now we're entering sophomore year, Tim. So I wanted to visit my friends back in the old state I used to live in, right? But I had to make a compromise to my parents because they didn't really want to go back just for, like, shits and giggles. But I did. So my parents were like, okay, you got accepted in this school. This really nice school. It's, like, a private school, and, like, we had to wear uniforms and shit. If you go there, we'll let you go back to, like, visit your friends. I'm like, deal. Biggest mistake of my life. So this school, I could not wear what I wanted. I was forced to wear uniforms. And, you know, the thought of, like, people have their ideologies of wearing uniforms, whether it's fun or not. When I was younger, I liked the idea of uniforms because I thought, oh, I never have to think about what I have to wear to school. That's the whole point. That you get to think what you want to wear to school because it's fun and you get to wear whatever you want. And here's the thing. I had these same uniforms. I had only 2 uniforms to wear, right? I had to go to school a whole week, which is like 5 days. There was a week of my life where I wore the same clothes for a whole straight week without washing them.
Gross.
Jeez.
And I'm just saying that right now. That is purely because I had nothing else to wear. One of my other uniforms would be in the wash, and like they would either and actually they had to be sent to the dry cleaners. They had to be sent to the dry cleaners as well. So I would literally have nothing else to wear. So in this school I went to was like a private school. I had no friends at this school. Like, the amount of friends I had each year started to decrease and decrease. This school, I had literally no one, except for, like, one person that I was actually friends with in the, first school I went to. They somehow transferred to the same school I went to. So they were technically the only person. But everyone else in the school was, like, rich and, like, they were, like, young adults. Like, adults trapped in, like, children's bodies. Because they were talking about political stuff. They were talking about, like, oh, my father works at Walmart, and someday I'm going to have his position. And I'm just over here just like, bro, I watch Cartoon Network, and I like to draw anime. What are you talking about politics? What are we talking about Trump? I just want to talk about anime, man. And it was so weird to be surrounded by, like, these people. And, like, one of the kids, I like, we did, like, an interview, right? And, like, he said, like, oh, there was, like, a question we had to interview each other. It's like, oh, what is, like, your current goal right now? His goal's like, oh, my goal is to be student president. What is your goal? I'm just like, I want to make a dragon puppet. It's funny. It's fun. It's funny to me to think about it because of the contrast. But, this person, like, and, like, we had to present our interviews to the class. Right? And, he read, like, and Tim wants to make a dragon puppet as her goal. And like, everyone just kind of sat there and quiet, just like, ugh. What the fuck? What's wrong with this Tim person? I'm just like, does no one like dragon puppets? I'm lucky to have an older brother and sister. I'm kind of famous in me school. I'm almost all our teachers and students know me who I was in high school because of my... You see, in middle school, I had the reverse thing. I was popular, but not in a good reason. My brother... It wasn't because my brother was a bad person in middle school. It was because the teachers thought he was actually mentally challenged. Yeah. The teachers thought my brother was mentally challenged and therefore hated him because he was a quote-unquote difficult student to handle. So they thought the Kurusu name was, like, the worst, like, family. And I was next. And my middle school fucking hated me. Except for, like, one teacher. Like, I loved one teacher at that whole middle school. But back to, like, the private school I went to. I had no friends, and I was surrounded basically by miniature adults. And it was pain. I think it was that school that really solidified, like, me having depression. I still never went to a therapist. I've never went to a therapist after that, actually. But I think it was until my parents noticed how depressed I was in that middle school. I could not sleep. I stayed up so late. I developed insomnia because of school. I still kind of have insomnia. Yeah, no, the school I went to kind of damaged me really badly. And I was already mentally damaged from Joy. So, not really good. But it wasn't until... Oh, yeah, Joko?
I just said those schools suck.
They do. But I did go back to the art school. But it wasn't good either. Because by the point I got back to the art school, I actually got a boyfriend. You know, my very first boyfriend. Who, in digital, we only messaged... He was in my high school. He was a junior... And I was, I believe, a he was a senior, I was a sophomore. And I thought the age gap between us was fine, you know. Because he was still in high school, I was still in high school and whatnot. Looking back at it, I kind of feel gross about it. But, we were technically together since September. Up till January because he dumped me for another girl with bigger boobs. I'm not even lying when I say that.
I know that you're not because you told me the story before. But
Yeah.
No, I know, but I'm saying for like the people who are watching, I'm not even lying.
Right.
He left me for a girl who had bigger boobs than me. And this girl was actually a friend of mine until they started dating, and then she fucking hated me. I don't know why she hated me. It's not like I was trying to do anything to like get back at them. I think she just hated me by default because, like, oh, you dated him, so therefore I'm gonna hate you. Never really talked to her again. Even though I really liked her. She was really cool. But yeah, that's kind of, like, my major, like, high school adventures I had as a kid. Moral of the story, high school's different for everyone. But for me, high school was a fucking nightmare. Even especially after COVID hit, school didn't exist to me after COVID. I just kind of just, like, went to school. I just kind of just stayed home.
I remember, like, you were messaging me about homework and shit, and I just was just like, you know, I can help you, right?
Yeah, Soft always helped me with homework, which I really appreciated.
Because you would always, like, talk about how you were struggling and shit because of, like, the online format, and I was just like, well, online format's easy for me, so, like, let me try to help you out.
Lucky. I wish online was easy for me.
Online is so much easier for me than it is in person, which is gonna suck with this next upcoming college semester.
You're gonna have more in-person classes instead of
Oh,
online.
yeah.
I just only like the online stuff because I didn't really have to do anything. And I had more, like, me time, in a way.
Hydrate, Tim.
I got to learn in bed,
Hold
and I was very happy.
Oh, let me finish this rimming right here.
Alright. I'm better with in-person classes. I don't know, I feel like I always have a better understanding when in person, because at home I'm always usually distracted, so...
I feel like we made a lot of progress, despite how, like, we only done 2 colors, but there was already, like, so much progress with, like, how opaque it is and whatnot. Yeah, the gray is not that, like, well painted on, but I think it's really good.
It looks really nice. I really like how you did with it.
Joko, if you want, I can show you what I'm planning.
Sure.
This is the basic plan out.
Ooh, that looks nice.
So far we still have. I'm gonna be working until the red is like bright and vibrant, which is it's working on it. It's still trying to be bright and vibrant, but it's almost not just yet. It's still slightly pale in some areas, and plus the hinges in some places need to be altered. I think I'm still going to continue. I think for me, I think I might paint on this a little bit off stream, but I think I'll continue it on stream. If I feel like it, I might stream tomorrow this. Probably.
What time?
Same time like today. Maybe around 7 actually.
Okay.
I'm not sure because I think I had. Oh, gee, that's.
Oh.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you for subscribing.
Nice.
Let me refresh the thing so your name pops up. Hold on.
Welcome to the Karusu Sub Squad.
Restart session. There we go. There you go. There's Eric's name. Let me check because today, I'm hosting a Jackbox. There we go. Today, for those who are curious, I'm gonna host a Jackbox. I'm gonna host a Jackbox game night in my public server. Which, if you guys want to be a part of that, Joko, can you send the invite to my server in the chat, please?
I was gonna be ahead of you. Hold on.
Thank you. Kurusu. I don't think anyone shrimps for me. As flattering as that would be, I don't think anyone shrimps for me.
We'll never know. We'll never know until they slip up.
I mean, if you thank you, Joko. Yeah. So I'm gonna be hosting a Jackbox night tonight. If anyone wants to join, feel free to join my server that I have. It's a public server.
You know what would be the funniest thing? I was hoping Harbinger was gonna say, "But I shrimp for Timothy," and then you just beat him up.
I would beat him up, actually.
You just kick him in the balls, push him down, and then call him ugly.
No, I wouldn't go that far. I would just kick him in the balls and that's it. But yeah, those are my many tales of high school. And having, like, the worst art teacher ever, actually. Who knows, maybe it's one of these days I will contact her, just to say, fuck you. Hold on, there's like a piece of something right here. It's really hard to get off, because, like, it's...
You got this. Harbinger said, "Accept my love."
No, I don't think I will, Harbinger.
Your love is gross and stinky.
Harbinger, your love to you showing your love to me is trying to get me to scream and make me hate you.
As if you don't do that already.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Love the stream. I gotta get my.
Oh, the stream. Gotta get my stamina. Okay, Eric, you take. Oh my God, it's 4 a.m. You take care, Eric. Have a good night's sleep.
Sleep well, my dude.
I shall stream for Timba as a frat. LOL. You smell.
I shrimp for you, but platonically.
The high school was indeed a nightmare fuel. It was. It really was. But now I'm 19, almost turning 20 soon. I'm actually gonna be planning to go to college soon, which is definitely gonna be a long story to tell.
I'm pretty sure college, in my opinion, from being there, a lot better than high school, because a lot of the kids there are more mature, a bit more mature.
They're nice.
There are those few bad apples, of course, here and there, but most of the people in college are, like, way better than high schoolers.
I can't imagine. I think my only thing might be just, like, not wanting to interact with party sort of stuff.
Well, I don't know if my college might have been different, so I wouldn't be able to. I've been told that there were parties and stuff at my college, but I never went. But other than that, Yeah, I'm pretty sure you'll be fine. Like they'll probably maybe try to invite you, and you can always just politely decline, and they won't do anything about it.
Yeah,
so.
I'm not much of a party person. Now, if we were going to Build-A-Bear, then count me in.
Hey, who wants to go to Build-A-Bear? Everyone at the college. Yeah.
Yeah! You even got little Tim excited. Now colleges are school parties. I assume so, but from what I know, at least, my brother definitely had a few college parties, so.
I bet he got fucked up.
He did, actually. He actually got, like, a needle in his arm one time.
Alright, so he got a little.
It wasn't
got a little
wanted.
too fucked
It
up
wasn't
then.
wanted, I'll keep that in mind. He just woke up with it, he panicked. Luckily he was fine, though.
Phew, we thought they put drugs in his bloodstream.
I mean, it did. But he was worried if the needle was clean or not, because he saw the needle was used, I think.
Oh, that's even worse.
But,
Ew.
no, but
I'm
he
glad
was
he-
fine. He was fine, though.
My college life was where I met 4 locals. I honestly do miss going back to my college because my roommate keeps texting me from time to time saying like, "Are you coming back? Are you coming back?" And I'm just like, I don't know because it's like for one, I live alone. 2, money. 3, money. 4, money. So, you see, I wish I could come back. I might be able to, but I don't know when. And like this year's gonna be his last year, so it's like it'd be cool to see him, but only time I can see him is like if there's an event going down and he like lets me know and I can just drive down and just visit because that's the best I can do so far. But I do miss the college a lot because it was filled with so many nice people. I had one friend there. Every time we shook hands, like we'd always do like the with our hands, but every time we did it, it always made the perfect popping sound, and you could always just hear it all around the room after you do it. And I'm just like, every time it was perfect. I never understood. There was never a time where it just didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
He was the best too. He's from Guatemala, and he was like really talented. Played a lot of instruments. Good singer. He was a really nice person. You guys would get along with him really well. Such a good guy, such a good guy. So many good people at my college, and apparently popular people too. Like online, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause there was one girl that was there with over 100,000 followers on Instagram that went to my college, and then my friend had 10,000 followers on TikTok, and then my friend's little brother had over 100,000 followers on TikTok. I'm just like, why do we have so many popular people at this college? Oh yeah, and one of them's a popular YouTuber. Like, anime YouTuber. He goes by the name River Dude Covers.
Never heard of him. Must be not that
He's-
popular. I'm just joking.
No, I mean, by the time I met him back in, like, 2019, he only had, like, 30,000 subs, but nowadays he's reached over 100K, and I'm really proud of him for it. I haven't talked to him in a long while, though, since, COVID, but other than the last time I seen him at my college, he's a really cool guy you guys would get along with. And talented singer. Like, goddamn, he sings really well. You have to see
Honestly,
some of
I
it,
hope
though.
my college experience will be fun because I do intend on going to an art college, so hopefully I'll be able to fit right in.
I'm pretty sure you will. I'm like, because like I said before, college a lot better than high school, and with college you get more freedom. You get more freedom. You can relax more. Like, I don't know if you're staying at a dorm or not, but if you're staying at
I intend on getting like an apartment.
okay, yeah, then like most of the time after your classes, they usually have like areas where you can get your food and just like vibe and chill for a little bit, you know, because like after the classes, it almost feels like you can just do anything else for the rest of your day. Unless you have homework, then of course work on your homework. Then literally nothing else. You can just vibe all day without any worry. It's gonna be a good experience. I'm pretty sure you'll have an amazing experience.
I'll also have a
With awesome
shit
people.
art teacher again.
We'll find out because I'm pretty sure kids at the college will just inform you and let you know ahead of time, like anything. Because, like I said, people in college are a lot different than high school. They're a lot nicer. So,
Honestly,
and they're
if-
from different schools.
Honestly,
so,
if I do end up with another shit teacher, I'm not gonna be afraid to talk back. I'm absolutely not gonna be afraid to talk back because that was my issue when I was younger. That I was always too timid and I didn't really have much. Join Discord. I'm gonna put a picture I drew during the stream. I'm almost done. Oh, I can't wait.
Make an introduction.
Oh yeah, it is important to make an introduction so you can get the role to be in the server, which is 16 plus, by the way.
Be sure to read the rules very carefully. It's 16 plus.
Crucial ain't timid no more. I definitely with like both school experiences and also online experiences that I've had, yeah, I've definitely grown some balls, as some would say.
She has. They're pretty huge. You gotta be careful though.
Gotta be careful. Oh my god.
Yeah, we trip over them sometimes.
I told you guys to watch out.
Said Tim, put your balls away.
I don't want
It's like
to.
I can't. Tim's
I like to breeze.
I'm 15. I sadly cannot join. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Yellow Goat.
If you want to show me what you drew, you can at me on Twitter if you want.
And you're almost 16, so I mean, once you reach 16, join right away, and we'll welcome you to the Crazy Peeps and Tim, who's also crazy.
I am a bit crazy, yes.
Welcome to Crank Gameplays. Cranky.
I think once I finish this area of my house, I can show off the surprise I have that I said in the beginning of the video that I have. Hold on. Yeah.
Are you dropping shit now?
No, it's fine.
Like the sick distemper.
Kamek said, Tim is by far the craziest of our group.
True. Absolutely loony.
Yeah, I did
wild,
make I
wacky,
did make a long Furby, so
very-
I
You have
still have My Little Furby that I need to send to you to make along at one of these days.
one of these
Oh,
days.
yes.
You know.
Yeah. Tanner.
Tanner.
Tim.
Everyone loves my little Furby Tanner.
Yeah, Tanner's awesome.
He is great. He says hi, by the way.
Hi, Tanner.
I can feel the bestie energy from here.
Hell yeah. Oh, so Tim, you should, do you still have the Furbies and stuff? Why don't you show them?
You mean the clay ones?
Yeah, if you want to, yeah.
Oh, those are Furbies?
Yeah, the clay face ones.
Yeah, she cut off the faces of them and then...
Yeah, I did. She did that. I just didn't know they were Furbies.
No, they were. Well, they weren't. They
I know.
were plushy Furbies, not actual Furbies.
Yeah.
Ah, okay, that's probably why I got confused, because the plushie Furbies do have a way big difference from the...
Yeah, no, they're plushy
Regular one.
Furbies, but I decided to change them. Also, Joko, I did show like a slideshow of a lot of the creations I made.
Oh, you did?
No, you're not.
What all did you show?
I can show. Hold on, if I can get my mouse to work. Hold on, there we go. I can play it if you want.
Yeah. Let me see the goods.
I'll play as I'm finishing touching up some areas real quick.
Ooh, very interesting.
There's some abstract art that I did. That's a cat portrait I did.
I like cat person.
Tim.
Yes.
Tomorrow. Can I, how do I word this? I want to word this funky. Can I enlist your help with a thing?
Yes.
Okay. It involves, Twitch stuff.
Yeah, I can help.
Sweet.
Can I outlist?
Okay.
Oh, there they are.
Oh, there they are.
Yep, those
Yeah,
are
there they
those
are.
are the Furby faces I painted.
Yeah, I remember you were just still working on them while we were just vibing. Oh, yeah, I forgot his name. Frog.
I don't remember either. It's been a while.
Oh, fuck. This is awful.
I think I named him Topaz, actually.
Kamek said, can I borrow your presents for Twitch?
Oh.
Presents?
My presents? What do you need my presents for?
Like presents or presents?
That's what I thought of.
Oh, you said presents. Like, you gotta be there. Okay, okay. not present. Not with the T is presence, like you being here.
Hey Tim, you remember your birthday last year?
Yes, I do remember.
Do you still have the little mushy babies
I
that I
do.
sent you?
I do. They're in a jar, but I have to put the jar away.
How much do you
They're in
like
a jar?
those? Like on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you like those things?
Personally, I'm not actually a big fan of them, actually, but I love the ones that you gave me, though.
Okay, because I was gonna like say like, you know, if you like them a lot, I can get you like a giant tub.
No, no, I don't want a giant tub, but thank you.
I thought you would like them because they are small and have cute little faces.
I love them, but they're really hard to keep clean.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's why I put them in the jar to begin with. I saw something
Okay.
random, so I'm gonna say this. When I'm
There's
rating a
scale.
character, I have this factor of. Oh.
What?
From a scale 1 to 10,
Oh.
how good they can break dance.
You know what? You keep that in mind.
I can't break dance, but I could go.
Did you watch the boobs move?
Did you watch the boobs move? I hate you, Jokol.
I wasn't looking, but then I looked down at your model looking left and right, and then I was like, oh yeah, I forgot they jiggle.
Yeah, no, they can move, but they're covered, so Twitch can't get me.
Don't worry, Twitch. Boobs doesn't exist. Not on this channel. You don't have to worry, Twitch.
Okay.
You're not gonna get banned, Tim. Don't worry, I got your back.
Of course you did, Harbinger.
What?
Okay,
Boobs!
so I'm gonna stop with the house right here, but this is what we got so far.
See the goods? Ooh.
I think I will
Looks
definitely
great.
work on. I think I'll definitely work on this off stream, but now I want to show off the surprise that I have, which, let me see if I can put it.
Let me work on the surprise that I have in stream.
Hold on.
That's a surprise.
Let me upload it let me upload it onto Discord first so I can open it on Twitch. Hold on. Copy image. I will post this on my Twitter as well, just to keep in mind, everyone. Save as. There we go. Okay, I will show you all the surprise that I have. Image. Browse. So, as like a little, I guess like thank you for like the halfway goal that we're at right now, as we're trying to reach 300 followers, I have a lot of canvases in my room. While I was trying to find things to paint for like streams of this series that I'm doing, which I am going to continue, of like just me painting and talking and chilling, I have a lot of canvases. So I wanted to do something as like a thank you to everyone who's been supporting me on Twitch and whatnot. So I present to you my follower board. If I can...
I believe in you.
There we go. So I present to you the follower board. Where is it? Hold on. Not everyone's names have been written down on it just yet. It's a work in progress. I've only written down 110 names so far.
Damn.
If I could try to fit it. Sorry for the camera quality is kind of like weird. Okay, that's probably good.
It looks good on.
But this is almost every
Kamek
name I've written
said,
down.
There needs to be more names. Imagine 300 to 400 by the end of the year.
Harbinger.
Let's get it there.
Harbinger,
Yeah,
I'm not.
baby.
I'm not written your name. I'm not written your name down just yet, Harbinger, because I'm not encountering your name. I am going in order with all of these, just letting you know. I think Hafsa should be able to see their name. I know I wrote it down. Yeah, you can. Yeah, it's right there. It's in dark blue. I did it all color coordinated. So yeah, this is something that I thought would be fun, and I thought you guys would like it. I'll be posting on it daily. Well, near daily when I update and whatnot. So any new followers who join can be on the board. And, if you know anyone who wants their name on a board, show off my Twitter, I guess, or my Twitch. My Twitch. I think...
And Twitter.
Yeah. Fukosu can see their name. I'm trying to see. Joko, you should be able to see your name on the board, too.
Yeah, I already found it, like, instantly. It's right by Vapin?
Vapin, it's Vex.
Oh. I should have guessed. I can't speak.
If you it's not subs, Harbinger, it's followers. But if you unfollow, I will scratch you out. That is true.
We'll keep an eye out if you only follow her. So if
But-
you unfollow, you're gone.
But yeah, I want to make this as like a thank you for everyone who's been supporting me this year, and I really want to do something nice in which I put your guys' name on a board. Because, in a way, these are the people who helped me get to, like, 200 now. Well, so far. I'm not done writing it. But, as a way to say thank you for following me and supporting me. And you are technically a part of my life, actually. Because you follow me, I give you guys content, I try to entertain all of you. Do me a favor, write my name in yellow. That's if I encounter your name in the thing, because I am going color coordination in the rainbow. What if they follow back after they unfollow? Not changing it.
They're gone. They're just gone. They already fucked up.
Yeah, you fucked up then.
Oops, I unfollowed. No, I'm joking.
But I wanted to save this for the end of the stream. I'm still working on writing down everyone's names. I don't see Salty DK Dan on there.
Not yet, Nightcrawler. Not yet.
He doesn't follow me, guys.
Not yet, that is. Not yet.
He doesn't follow. I don't think he'll.
I like how at this point everyone has picked up on your Salty DK Dan love.
It's not love. It's like
Not
admiration.
like romantic love.
Say admiration. Don't call it love. That's weird.
I'm gonna call it love.
Please don't.
You want him to be your dad.
Ah, jeez.
Let's see. Where's Salty? He's not online.
No,
He's not streaming.
no, he's not streaming. I don't know who Salty DK Dan is. He's a streamer and a YouTuber that I look up to. So,
Very funny man.
and I actively talk about him on my Twitch, and everyone kind of knows that I look up to him. So they're like, guys, where's Salty DK Dan? Oh my god!
Where's Jim? Have him subscribe to you again.
Oh, that's nice. Isn't that your dad or something?
Yes. Yes, it is.
In fact, here he is. Hi, I'm Salty DK Dan.
Oh my. Oh my God, he's here.
Jocko. I'm
I-
lying. It's not actually Salty DK Dan.
I-
Hold on, I gotta.
I,
Oh, wait, it's only soft. Hold on a second.
I said this in a video, in a live.
Salty DK's not here.
I said this in a video that I edited together on my YouTube channel
Okay,
that I want Salty DK Dan to be my dad, and I kind of cringe at that now. Actually, knowing how embarrassing, knowing how embarrassing that is, because like. I don't know. I do respect him, and I don't want to be like a weirdo to him. So.
Question: did anybody clip when Tim said that?
Oh my god. But no, I just look up to him, and I hope someday maybe he'll notice me, I guess, and
In the online space.
I think I said this for like my birthday last year, which is like September 23rd. Where my only wish, I think ever since I discovered Salty DK Dan, my only wish was for him to say happy birthday to me.
Oh.
That's all I want, really. So who knows? If anyone wants to make my 20th birthday, I'm turning 20 in September 23rd, which is gonna be a hell of a fucking.
Kamek said, "The board is a marking stone that shows every follower who has either followed Tim's Twitch, whether they're a current or previous follower."
Exactly, Cosmic. Could've said it better myself. But I thought this was nice. I'm gonna be posting this in my public server and on my Twitter, which is in my about section on my on my Twitch, if you want to follow that. I'm gonna end the stream here because I do have to set up for Jackbox night, which I am gonna push back a little bit because I didn't expect to go this too long for the stream because I'm stupid.
Also, my birth is a month after Tim. I'll be drunk because I'll be 21.
Don't drink too much now.
But thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy this little new start of a
Boo's
series.
good.
I hope you guys enjoy this new start of a series that I'm working on. This shout out to Tim.
Oh yeah. Pat your Tim.
It was a
right
great
now.
stream. Aw, thank you. I'm really glad y'all enjoyed it. I'm definitely gonna do a lot more. I'll do a lot more of these streams in the future. Probably not tomorrow. I think I might do something tomorrow. Not sure yet. But, thank you all so much for watching. If you guys are in my public server, get ready for Jackbox night, and I'll see y'all in tomorrow's stream. Y'all have a great night. Thank you so much for watching.
Bye.
Bye.
I shall return.